Welcome back, this is 1920 Gaming. This is the manager's journey in FIFA 20 career mode here with Kilmarnock. We are back for part 2 of January. In the last episode we brought in a couple of players. We've lost Lyle, we've lost Mackenzie and we've lost Brophy. The ins, the ones I was just talking about, Akura, who we don't get to next season. And we brought in Miles Robinson, who made a pretty solid debut against Celtic. If you haven't seen the last episode, it's up on the channel now. It might be worth watching that one. If you have already seen that one, you will know that we got a 2-2 draw against Celtic with probably our best performance of the season. So that's brought us up to this point now, where we've got a few days left of the January transfer window. As you can see, we do have a game against St Johnstone today as well, which we'll get through. And yeah, other than that, it's just seeing if anyone else goes out or if anyone else indeed comes in. Before we get into all the rest of it, though, we move forward, I mentioned the comparison between us and the top two in the last episode, but I don't think I actually showed it, so it's up now. As you can see, like I said, we're within 10 on the goals scored of both the top two. It's really goals conceded that's the problem for us. We've conceded 9 more than they have in the same amount of games, so that's why we decided to target defenders more than anything else in the last episode. In this one, in terms of players coming in, obviously I mentioned right off the bat we've lost Mackenzie and Brophy, so we've got to look at replacing those at least, I would say. Before we do that though, we've got this game to get out of the way against St Johnstone. They're 8th in the league at the moment, so they're bottom half slash mid-table, which is quite handy really, because before bringing anyone else in, I would like to try out a new formation. I know I mentioned it a couple of episodes ago, but there's no point changing anything until we got the Rangers and the Celtic game out the way. Now I know this says 4-2-3-1, but I changed my mind at the last minute and I did decide I wanted to try a 3 at the back first. With the squad that we've got at the moment, every player we've got pretty much is on the bench, and we do have obviously a left and a right back that won't be playing in this formation, but because of, like I say, the size of the squad, they will be on the bench. So if all else fails, we can go back to a 4 at the back at some point. But for now, let's just jump into the game and see how we get on. So we are here at St Johnstone. They've got kick-off. They've lined up with the flat 4-4-2 that we would normally go with. We're going to try out this 3-2-3-2 formation just to see how it gets on. We've got a nice interception there early on. Cameron's been put through here. Can he do anything from here? He's turned back in onto that right foot, and we're 1-0 up already. We are 1-0 up already. It's not even 2.5 minutes of the game gone yet. St Johnstone come out trying to move the ball about. We've gone and pressed an interception in midfield really early on. Cameron's done really well and stayed really composed there. Dropped his shoulder, he's passed it into that far corner, and I've got to say, since Brophy has moved on, he's got a goal in both games. He's starting to really grow as the guy leading the line there, Cameron. But that is a fantastic start to this game, and if we can build on that, then wow, we've got another interception from the midfield here now. Kabamba tried to play it back. It weren't the ball that I was thinking, which has kind of killed the attack dead. But we're winning it back really high up the pitch here with this formation at the moment. It really is a good start. Thomas did alright there, but got shoved off the ball in the end. We've won that back as well. St Johnstone just cannot get out at the moment. In this first 10 minutes, we're playing really well so far. The last 10 minutes, however, though, they've been playing the ball forward a lot more quickly, like they're doing just here now. That's a good block, and that's a good block as well, and it's 1-1. Wow, after 2 blocks, we do manage... Wait, hang on. It's not 1-1. We've got away with one there. He was offside. But yeah, they're being a lot more direct now. They're not trying to play it through. and once they break past that first, the forward 5, if you like, the way that we set up, then we are severely outnumbered, and yeah, it seems a bit too unbalanced probably at the moment. See if we can get it there, we can turn it over high up the pitch, then it's trouble for them. But if they manage to break past that first 5 and they're straight into the back 5, as it were, yeah, they've just got too many numbers. Going 3 at the back in Scotland is probably not looking like the best idea, because a lot of teams up here are still playing 2 up front, so I probably should have thought about that when I was putting it together. But I've thought about it now, so if we can get through to half time, then I'll probably go back to using the 4 at the back. And it keeps the same basic shape, but we'll go for the normal 4-2-3-1 rather than this 3-2-3-2. But yeah, we'll give it till the end of the half, see what goes on. We have got quite a few more options to move the ball about in the final third, which I do like. And we can keep better spells of possession, as we're showing here, and Cameron might put us 2-0 up here. It was a good shot and it was on target, so yeah, it was a good save. That was going to nestle into the side netting in the far post, I think, but unfortunately the keeper does make a save. But we're going back at the moment, just like we normally do, with 1-0 up, and then we seem to hang in there after that, no matter what formation or system that we're using. And again here you can just see we're outnumbered, and that is a good save by the keeper. Acrobatic clearance, but not enough distance on it. It's a good block again there, but it's come to him, and this time he is onside. He was played onside this time. He got through, and we were fighting for our lives there, trying to keep that out. But again, like I said, there's just too many numbers. I don't think there's a right balance to this formation. We're exposed in the wide areas. There's too many coming forward with a 4 midfield and the 2 up top, leaving them the 6 against 5. It's just not going to work, I don't think. But yeah, I'm still going to give it till the half. There's only a few minutes left now, and we'll see what we can do with a 4-2-3-1. I think we got the ball again here now with Cameron. It's all a bit too narrow, and they just picked it off again. They're coming forward again, and Notsuda has got past power, but he couldn't do nothing with it. Findlay was there. Lewis just plays it square. It's up to Kambamba now. It's put through to Cameron again, but Kambamba did try and play the 1-2, but he was blocked off, and then Cameron ran into trouble while he was waiting for him to make the run. So yeah, that didn't work. Ralston's got it now. See, they're just coming through in the wide areas. We've not got enough men back, and it's a good save by the keeper there. That really should have been 2-1 probably, and keep in mind they have had 1 disallowed as well. Oh, good save from the keeper again there. We have got enough men back this time. We've played that out quite nicely. They're running back into their shape now. We need to get it forward a bit quicker. Look at the amount of men they've got back already there. It's a nice one too. There's just enough weight on that there for Burke, but he's got nothing left in the tank already. We did only play Celtic a couple of days ago, remember, and that was a big effort. Yeah, some of the players are feeling it. We're nearly at half time now. Just a few more minutes left, and they come forward again. The midfield has been dragged out of position there, trying to cover it off. We've got Bruce going out to him when Bruce is supposed to be the central one of the 3 at the back. Look at the room he's got here. It's ridiculous, really. We really can't continue with this formation, and we're now 2-1 down right before half time. No, we're not 2-1 down right before half time. We get away with another one there. That looked a lot closer than the first one, but it was apparently still off. And we've really rolled our luck. This formation is an absolute failure. We're not going to be trying to use it again. We are going to change it at half time, because referees' decisions really have kept us in the game in this half. So we're into the second now. We've swapped to the 4-2-3-1. O'Donnelly's on, Hendry's on, Kambamba's come off, and who else came off now? Oh, of course Bruce came off. So our back 4 now is Hendry, Findlay, Robinson and O'Donnell. We've got in front of them them four, we've got Dicker and Power. In front of those two, we've got Thomas, Lewis and Burke, and up top on his own now, we've got Cameron. So we'll see how we get on with this now. It can't be any worse than the first half. We should probably be 3 or 4-1 down, but that's why I picked this game, to try something different. It hasn't worked out. We're trying something different now in this half. Hopefully this will work out, and we'll get the 3 points and not have any regrets about trying these things. We nearly got back in then. The ball was slid across the box, but unfortunately it was cut out, and that was good strength and composure again there from Robinson. I'm really liking the look of that guy. Like I said, he just seems to always have time on the ball. That's a great little ball through there. We got a bit lucky with the rebound. Power's got it now. Can he go all the way through? He has gone all the way through. He's found Cameron, and we're 2-1 up. Just like that, we are 2-1 up. We've got an early goal in the first half. We've got an early one in the second half. Hopefully now we're a bit more balanced with our 4 and our 2 in front of that, a bit more solid as well, that we can see this one through now. But an early goal in both halves for us, and an early goal in both halves for Cameron. And like I said, this guy's really stepped up since Brophy left, and we are now 2-1 up. And we're now almost at the end of the game. We've controlled the game all the way. Well, we controlled the half. From getting that early goal, we've let them have absolutely nothing. Our players are tiring, their players are tiring, so it hasn't been the greatest of games in this second half. We've not really pushed for a third, sorry. They've not been able really, because the amount of the ball that we've had to push for the equaliser. So if we keep our concentration now, we should be able to see this one out, hopefully. We have been conceding a lot of late goals lately, which is why I'm just going to let this run. Hopefully that doesn't happen today, although that is a wicked ball through. It's a good cross back to the edge of the box, but that is what you want from your captain there. Big towering header at the back post to cut that out. But yeah, we have looked really comfortable, to be fair. The keeper's had nothing to do in this second half. It's another big powerful head out there. Burke's just trying to hold it up now. There's nobody really with any energy left. I mean, look at Cameron there to go and try and force a counter. And yeah, we've just got 1 minute left now to survive and walk away with these 3 points. That is a great ball, but he's offside. They have been caught offside quite a lot in this game as well. That's been another feature of it. But yeah, it's a solid 3 points in the second half. We were lucky to still be in the game at the end of the first. We got away with trying a couple of new things in this game. I think I am happy enough to stick with the 4-2-3-1 at the moment. I was really impressed with how that second half went, so I will run with it for at least a few games. And it gives us a better idea now to move into that January transfer window, having some sort of clue of the way that we want to play before we start bringing players in. So that was the aim of the experiment. It come out right, the results come out right, even though there's a lot of luck involved. And we'll get now into the end of the January window. And the plan for the end of the window is to replace, if we can, both Mackenzie and Brophy, hopefully for cheaper than we let them go for. We got interest in Nathan Ake. There's absolutely nothing we can do about that. And Finley here is a really interesting one, because we all know how I feel about him. He might be great in real life, but in FIFA terms, way too many mistakes in big games. And when you're considering where we're trying to take the club at the moment, that is a real issue. He's cost us 5 or 6 goals this season already in just the big games, with bad passes out, missed headers, all sorts of things. So It's really interesting. I don't know what to do about it, because the ones that we've got scouted already are the only ones that we're going to have reports on now. We have got a core A coming in, but we've got to keep in mind Bruce has got to go next season. We probably already need another 1 or 2 in that position if we were going to let him go. As much as I don't trust him at the moment, I just don't think realistically that I can let him go just yet. I've got a slight inkling that we're going to have Bruce retiring at the end of next season. So yeah, at the moment we just can't do nothing with that one. Like I say, I'm not looking to let anyone else go now as we move towards actual deadline day. It's all about replacing Brophy. I mean, Cameron's doing really well at the moment, but we need numbers. We probably need another 1 or 2 up front. We need, with Burt going, probably another 1 or 2 in the cam/wing positions as well. We just don't have the money at the moment, so we're going to be looking probably at immediate replacements for the 2 of those. As you can see there, we've got Tom Ince would be a good shout. Campbell, if I remember rightly, Campbell is striker/right midfield. That would be a really good shout. We've got Ollie Watkins down there and Mbuemo, but they're going to be out of our price range. See, Ince is still really good athletically, and he's ahead of what we've got technically as well. Has that flair trait. He's got technical dribbler trait as well. In real life, I know he's capable of scoring some really good goals. He's got a really good left foot. He's cheap as well. 1.6, I think that is. But yeah, so he could be a good, like I say, a good shout. It's just as well, his wage and his age. He'd be alright for a couple of seasons, but then he's going to start to go down as well. His wage is like nearly 4 times everybody else's in the squad at the minute, which puts me off, to be fair. Campbell here, he's a little bit above what we're paying out already, but not by a lot. And he's quite cheap. His weak foot's out of this world. He's left footed naturally as well. So if he was to play on the right, we can cut in and score with him like we used to with Mackenzie. Ben Rama, like I say, and Mbuemo and Watkins are all out of our range. So really, it is between these 2. And I think when you look at there's an 8-year age difference. There's only 2 difference in overall. Big difference in the wage. You look at the resale value, there's probably a much bigger resale value on Tyrese here. So yeah, I think it's Tyrese that we're probably going to go for first. He does need some help technically, but that's what training's for. Like I've said before, everybody in this team needs training technically, so it's nothing new. And we are going to give it a go. We're going to go for Tyrese first. What sort of range are we looking for in price? I'd like to go in at $1 million again, but we're not really in a position because of Brophy gone now where we can afford to get this wrong. 1.3. No, we are gonna go 1.5. Like I say, we can't afford to get this wrong. So we'll just start with his actual value and see what that gets us. He's obviously not gonna steam out if we're offering the asking price, so he's actually gonna take it. He thinks that the price range was a fair one, so fair enough. No negotiation needed there. Straight in, job done, and straight back out. It is deadline day, I suppose. All we've got to do now is get the contract right, and we have ourselves a new player. and straight away they've come in crucial. So again, there's going to be no negotiation necessary there. It's that or nothing basically. So we are going to have to try and fit him into the squad as well. Hopefully we can get the 5 years out of him here. That's what we're going to ask for anyway. He is happy with that. That's good. Obviously there's going to be no release clause, and he's come back with a wage, and I'll tell you what, that I think is now. I think we've got a core coming in who may be over that, so it's within our pricing structure at the moment, which is good. And if we offer him the 100k, will he drop down to the 5? We have took his bonus as well, remember, so he's looking happy with that. But what's his agent think? He wants 6.4. Can we maybe get him down to 6? Do we try and do that? Like I say, I really can't remember. I'm sitting here now thinking we should try going down to 6. And another 5 on the signing bonus. So will he do that? He has done that. Nice. Okay. So we've got Roberts in. He's well within the wage structure. And yeah, happy with that. That strengthens us, no doubt. Whether he's going to be as good as Mackenzie or not straight away is a different question altogether. But for this season, we've still got Burke, who we call on in the big matches, so he can't be that bad. We've got another offer for Finley there. So we can utilise Burke until the end of the season, if needs be. And then look again at the wing position next season. We're still lining up at the moment with this formation, so we are going to change it now back to the 4-2-3-1. So we're going to have Cameron up front. Lewis is going to go Cam. Burke's going to come out at the moment for Campbell. This is just to see where we are as we're going till the end of the window. Where's Lewis? Lewis went down to right back, was it? Yep. So that's the front four as it sits at the moment. We've got Dicker and Power in there. More than happy with that. Miles, we're going to put back on the right hand side. Finley on the left. We're going to put Hendry back in and O'Donnell back in. So that's what we're going to be rolling with at the moment as things stand. We could still maybe do with a striker, but do we even have the money now? Because we've got Cameron and Kambamba, but Kambamba's very rarely even featured this season, even off the bench. There hasn't been a lot of appearances for him. I'm just worried that I'm still thinking about Tom Ince, which is why we're looking at this, because I'm thinking if he comes in, he's definitely going to want crucial. And at the moment we've got Campbell who's crucial, he's in the first 11. Burke's in crucial, but he's retiring anyway, so that doesn't really matter. Power and Dicker have still got their place, that's okay. O'Donnell's back in now, we're doing the 4 at the back again, that's fine. Finley's in at the moment, so that's fine. Robinson's in at the moment, that's fine as well. We might have a bit of an issue when Akore comes in next season, because he's on crucial as well. But for this season, the morale should be fine. Yeah, I'll just keep looking, and I'm thinking I would really like to get Tom Ince in, but where would we put him in at the moment? Thomas is on sporadic team role, if I remember rightly, so we could put him there. But Thomas has played okay in the last few games, you know. Up front, Cameron's on his 61 rated, but he's scoring goals for fun at the moment, so it'd be hard to drop him out as well. It could be the end of the transfer window, guys. There's only 5 hours left now. Is someone else maybe going out? Lane Wilson for loan. That's definitely not happening because we do play him quite often. Most of the time at centre back, but he still does get in. Whether that will continue to be the case, actually, I should have thought about that. Now we've got enough centre backs in, we'll see. So we're just looking again at what we've got on our shortlist at the moment. Greenwood wouldn't be a bad shout, but we just don't have the money. I was thinking of trying to loan him until the end of the season, but he's not going to come here from United, so the other option at the moment we're hovering over is Troy Parrott. I've been thinking about bringing him in since I started this career mode. Been looking at him and looking at him. Oh wow, we've got Jose Mourinho in my office. We're literally gonna sit down and do a deal with the special one himself. 1.2 for Parrott. Mourinho, is he gonna be a hard negotiator, or are we gonna have our way a little bit here? If I was doing this now, I would go in with $1 million. I wouldn't go in at 1.2. I'd just go in with the $1 million, and that is what we've decided to do there as well. Now we'll see, is Mourinho going to play hardball? Cannot believe Mourinho's come all the way up. Oh no, he's not going to be a hard negotiator. He's accepted that. If we can get Parrott through the door at $1 million, that is a really good deal in my view. He's better overall than what we've got up front already, and he's only 17 years old. But we'll hold the excitement in there until we get this contract done. I don't think he's on that much money due to probably squad role at Tottenham and his age. He's actually got a decent face there, his proper face as well, which is always good. So yeah, can we get him through the door? We're going to try and negotiate hard here. He is only 17, so could we get him on sporadic? Can we? No, he wants important. Well, at least that's not crucial. Important's fine. That for me means he can either sit on the bench or be in the starting 11. Time will tell with that one. They're demanding 5 years, which is absolutely fine by me. They want a release clause, which is absolutely not fine by me. And he will happily take a pay cut. Okay, well, I'm not going to argue with that with the financial position that we're in at the minute. We're still going to ask for a bit more by removing his bonus, but we'll keep everything else the same. And we have ourselves a new striker through the door as well. I'm just thinking back to this episode and the last one. Yes, we've lost 3 players. We've lost 2 key players. But we've bought in the core. We won't get the benefit of that till next season, obviously. We've bought in Miles Robinson at the moment, who I'm more than happy with after playing that couple of games with him. Someone else now wants Finley, Sheffield United. Again, at the moment we can't let him go, but yeah, not getting off track. We've bought in Akora and Miles Robinson. I'm really happy with those 2. We've now bought in Troy Parrott and Tyrese Roberts. So we're freshening up the squad quite a bit here with some young players as well. And we've got 3 hours left, and I think that's probably going to be our window unless anybody leaves before the end. We've got 2 hours left now. Motherwell they've got 2 out and 1 in. Not made any profit and not spent anything, so they were obviously before deadline day. And one last look at the squad now before we click this window over. Parrott, I would actually have him sitting on the bench looking back at Cameron's performances at the moment. And we must obviously have thought that at the time as well. We've got Tyrese there with Lewis and Thomas. that doesn't look too bad. We got our captain Dicker and Power just sitting behind. That looks solid enough for this season for me. And then we've got O'Donnell, Robinson, Finley, Hendry and the keeper. So I think I'm happy enough there. We've got a couple of numbers in as well. We've not spent much over what we've made, I don't think. We might even be in profit terms at the moment. So I think I've still got this thing about Ince in the back of my head at the moment, but do we need him really? I mean, I'm just looking next to Parrott there, and that bench looks alright at the moment. But yeah, Burke, he's going to be going at the end of the season, guaranteed. I think we need one more. I think we bring Ince in. I really think we bring Ince in. It just makes sense, even if it's only for a couple of seasons, just as a little stopgap thing. I think we bring him in. I think we have to. Literally just because Burke's retiring at the end of the season. I think with how cheap he is, he has to come in. We are going to once again meet up with the Stoke manager, who's probably absolutely annoyed that he's had to make 2 trips up to Scotland instead of just getting this done both at the same time. But yeah, we're going to try and get Ince off him. If I remember rightly, he didn't give much on the Tyrese deal. So can we get rid of Bunn here? Well, they're happy to do that actually, but they still want 1.7 million plus Bunn, so they're saying they want roughly 2 million for Ince. I'm thinking no, 1.4, 1.5 possibly, with Burke as well. That's what, 1.875 million. Surely that's enough for a 28 year old winger. He's only 70 rated as well. And yeah, they're thinking that as well. He did try and rinse us there, but we were having none of that. And now we're going to offer him his contract. We're in a bit of a more solid position with this contract, because this is just a real last minute thing. It's a bit of a stopgap, like I said. So yeah, we can probably try and get a bit more out of it. Of course he's going to want crucial. He's better rated than all of our players. I'm not even going to ask for the 5 years here. This literally is a short term type of fix. But wow, he has dropped down 7 grand off his wages. I didn't see that coming. We're going to offer him, what were we doing here? Well, he's dropped 7 grand off his wages already, and there's me sitting there trying to get 2 more grand out of him. Wow. We're going to offer that magic 100 grand again by the looks of it. No, we're offering 150 for this one. And we've removed his bonus as well. We've gone in hard with this one. 11 grand he's dropped again, so yeah, he's come down some more. Not as much as we were trying. Like, I'm really surprised they didn't walk out the door with that one. 10? No, he don't want 10, just sign him for 11, come on. It's only for a couple of seasons, just do it. There we go. We do get Ince in. I can't believe how hard we went in on that one, but we've got him in, and I've got to say that's probably as strong a January window as I remember us having in, obviously it's our first one in this series, but in the entire of the Warsaw series, I don't remember us having a January window, or indeed a deadline day as strong as that one we've just had. I'm well happy with the business we've done. It was looking really grim when Brophy and Mackenzie went, but I think overall we're in a really strong position now. Happy to just click the window away. And that is going to be the end of this episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have. If you have enjoyed it, please remember the like and the subscribe button. It helps a lot. Little flash forward before we do leave into the next episode that's going to see us play Ross County Hearts, and we get our first cup game underway against Aberdeen. And then, wow, look at the episode after that. We're going to have both Rangers and Celtic in that episode. That is going to be an absolute brutal episode for us, but I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, that is going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks once again for watching. That is the end of this one, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.